Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Kohan Duels video. It's been so long since I've done a video that I can't even remember how to say the name of my channel. Just kidding, it hasn't been that long, but it has been a little bit. And so I'm excited to get another video out there for you guys. We're still trying to wrap up the cast from this tournament. So today we have Flute versus Marduk. Marduk is a player. He usually plays with the other community, and he kind of joined in for this tournament. He didn't get to play all of his games, but he got a few games in there. And this was a really cool one. It's always fun to see the people who kind of are used to playing the game in a different way, kind of coming and playing on our 1v1s and set maps and all that. So yeah, first thing I want to say, just give some general community updates and such as I usually do. So we recently came out with a new patch and new versions of all the maps, plus one new map for the 1v1 format. Things have changed a little bit since these tournament maps. We kind of discovered the good things about the maps, the bad things about the maps, same with the patch, and, we're just continually trying to kind of zero in on the best that this format can be. So, yeah, we've been playing a lot on those on the Discord lately. I mean, that's really why I haven't been doing any casts lately, because I've just been trying to focus on actually playing, because I miss playing. So it's been fun, been doing some good games. We're going to have a lot more coming up, and the big thing that we're going to start doing is monthly show matches. I've talked about this in the Discord. Most people have seen it there, but I'm going to say it at the beginning of this video too. Basically, it's my compromise between a tournament and just like random matches. So what it's going to be is once a month, starting in May. We'll see how it goes. I hope to continue to do it, but at least for May, we are going to have a show match. One weekend in May, we'll decide when, and anybody can sign up. And basically, it's going to kind of work like an MMA card or something like that, where there's going to be a main event and there's going to be some other like smaller events. And if you sign up, I'm going to put the sign up link. It's just a Google spreadsheet that you put your name on and what you're interested in. I'll put it in the description if you're interested in doing it. Basically, you just say either we're going to do 1v1s, 2v2s, or like FFAs / big team games or whatever. So if you're the kind of person who's like really into the more competitive 1v1s and that's all you want to do, you can put your name on the list, check off 1v1s, and then you'll be in there to be considered to do a 1v1 that will be casted in front of the community and all that. And it's like no stakes. It's not a tournament. We're not like keeping score or anything after that, but it's just a way to have like a fun, somewhat competitive game that you can play and the community can watch and all that. But yeah, if you're the kind of person who's like, you're not really into 1v1s, maybe you're intimidated by 1v1s or you're just not into them and you just want to do some like big team games, you can sign up for that. And so like an example as a night, we might have like 6 people who sign up to do these big team games, and we'll do a 3v3 on a random map, something a little more casual. And then after that, let's say we had 4 people who all signed up for 1v1s. Then we'll have 2 of those people who are maybe a little bit worse, a little bit newer to the game. When we do 1v1s, we're going to make sure that we match up people who are all the same skill level. So you'll have like maybe 2 of the less experienced players do a best of 3, and then we'll have like 2 of the more experienced players do a best of 3. And that'll be the night. That'll be a few hours of playing. People will be able to watch, be in the stream. They, some of the people who are they'll play in the 3v3 in the beginning, and then they'll be able to sit back and watch those 1v1s. I think it'll be really fun. It'll be a good time. This will be a really cool thing to kind of do every month, to really, really like keep the community going and keep interest and doing the 1v1s and the 2v2s, and I just love this shit. I put a lot of work into all these maps. I did a lot of updating, tried to make them a bit more beautiful. I'm going to keep ranting if I don't get into this game. So, we are not there yet. Right now, we are still going back to the tournament we held last year. This is Flute versus Marduk. Let's dive into this fucking game, man. And we are off. As always, game 1 on Destiny. And over here on the right, we have Marduk as Royalist. Over here on the left, we have our good friend, Flute of Shame. He is Nationalist as usually, and he is going for a Scout first this time. He rolled Sebastian, which is always very welcome in your Nationalist, going for that Quarry Woodmill start. And over here, let's see what Marduk is doing. He is going very interesting. Immediate Woodmill into double short Scout with Han. Now, you can see, I guess one of the disadvantages to Marduk not having played with these maps that often is he may not be as familiar with the map. So you see he's immediately just sending the Scout out to actually just go look around. Perhaps something that Flute doesn't need to do because he knows these maps so well. But over here, we just have everything standard going on. We have Flute upgrading after he gets his quarry wood mill. We got the upgrade going over here for Marduk. And yeah, he's just going out, sending these guys out, getting his 70 gold explorable ruin. And I imagine Flute will do... Oh, Flute already got that. Especially playing against Sia and Royalist, the Nationalist player is usually pretty afraid of the possibility of that getting jacked. So he really just wanted to immediately get that. And then going for these engineers with double scout in the background. I'm actually going to turn the volume up just a tad. Alrighty, and these guys are chipping away at that gold mine, going for the Carpenter Guild, and if I know anything about how Flute plays, he's probably going to go into Iron Export and Factory from here. Over here, we got very, very quick scouts going after this Haroon, and I don't know, I guess they might be able to take it, especially with these double Hans, so he is going to take this Haroon very, very quickly. Haroon militia they're pretty shit compared to other militia. They've actually changed a lot in the patches. I think in the patch we played with in the tournament, they were buffed a bit, and then they went back down, and we kind of realized how problematic it was, that they were so easy to take. So where they're at right now is they got another buff. In particular, I think their melee damage and their defense got a significant buff. Either way, this is what we have right now. He is able to take it with these two Han scouts, and he got his Haroon very, very early. And that is scary. Immediately going for the billet afterwards. And over here, we do have Flute going, again, very, very standard opening. Flute's coming over here, and he is going to try to nab this Frozen Ruin. And it looks like he's going to be able to just fine. Yes, that Frozen Ruin is explored, and Flute got the money from that. Nobody has taken this top one yet. So that was a little bit of a nab from Flute. He was able to kind of steal that from Marduk, who is now going over there and saying, "Where the fuck are my shadelings? Where are my little shadelings?" That's obviously what Marduk's voice sounds like. Over here, Billet is up, Blacksmith is going up, and getting a wood mill in his Haroon. Very interested to see what he gets now. He could... I mean, he's got Dragoon Tech if he wanted to get short goons and go just a little bit low in the iron. He could just Carpentry Guild into iron here and have enough to support a full goon company. He could get Lancers out. Interested to see when he's going to get those engineers out. That's definitely a very big difference in kind of this format versus the 4v4 random maps. There's just a bit more of an emphasis on engineers because you have that guaranteed gold deposit right next to you, which is not the case of random maps. But either way, both players just rummaging around the trash can that is Destiny. What are they going to find at the bottom? And the Blacksmith is coming out. I get a feeling we're going to see some goons coming out of that man. But only time will tell. Flute trying to go and take this Slanry, ignoring his Haroon, and really, really opening up for the possibility of Marduk taking that Haroon very early. These scouts are not going to be able to take these Shadelings. I do not think. They're going to have to retreat there. And yes, we got full Dragoons with Daria. That is a fucking scary party. To be honest, over here we have Roxana. So he got some good ones. I mean, that's a Blessing Kohan. Daria is a heal and protection Kohan, so that's pretty awesome. He got pretty lucky with his Kohan rolls there. And like I said, Sebastian over here, and we do not see the second one yet for Flute. Plus 39 for Flute versus plus 32. Econ's in a very similar position. At the 6-minute mark, neither of them are doing anything to each other. They are just trying to get their game up and get themselves situated for the battle that is going to come. Hell yeah. I really enjoy casting, guys. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, I'm really hoping to get through. I'm excited to do these tournament games, but I'm also really excited to move on and start doing newer games. Because the problem with these tournament games is that we are playing like a little bit differently now. The patch is a little different. The maps are a little different. So I really want to, what the fuck, show people what we're doing now. But we got these tournament games, and they're exciting as hell, and I really don't want to just let them go uncast. No game left behind. Not on my watch. So Engineer's finally coming out here for Marduk. I imagine he's going to go up there and get his gold, but he does not... Does he still have his second scouts? No. I did not catch if those were disbanded or... They didn't go down anywhere. So I guess he just disbanded those second scouts. Very interesting. Finally getting some settlers. Going to take his Slanry. So Marduk is setting himself up here finally. I'm going out here and scouting just to see what Flute is up to. And I made a bit of a face before, but I didn't actually say anything about it. But look at this. Scouts. with summoner backing. That's very interesting. Not the normal footmen with summoner backing, and I'm really interested exactly why he chose that. Scouts are pretty awesome. They actually got a tiny bit of a nerf in the newest patch. You'll see they're down to 220 health instead of 240. I could go into why, but now is not the time for that. You can ask me in the Discord. Speaking of which, if you are not in the Discord right now, you better get your ass over there and join. It is not just for people playing. We talk over there. We talk about the game. We talk about other random shit. It's really just a community more than anything else. Like, we have at least a couple people that I think of off the top of my head that barely, if ever, play games, but they're really active members of the community. And yeah, like, you know, one of the things I've said so many times about doing these casts is that I think RTS is just such a cool and amazing spectator sport. So even if that's the only part that you're interested in is just watching games and that's how you connect with the community, then come over to the Discord, just connect through that. Yeah, man, I love to see that. Okay, over here, Flute has taken his Haroon finally. He's sitting at plus 69, whereas our Royalist Marduk is plus 52. And I have to imagine I'm about to see some full horse archers coming out with that plus 12 wood going over there. And both players, just a very similar position. They're both sitting on 4 settlements, 2 of their own, 2 of the indies. Look at this, the clash of the scouts. Both scouts are kind of going on at the same time, looking at the middle, trying to finally start to poke their heads into the other player's armpits, so to speak. Dragoons are coming over here from Marduk with Daria, and they're going to try to do some damage. These scouts are just going to pass by. They're both impressed, so they're really not doing much to each other. And there we go, full horse archers. How did I ever know that he was getting full horse archers? I must be psychic. He's going to go over here and take his iron right quick. 45. Oh, look at that timing. As soon as he got there, he got to 45 and was able to get it. And that's going to put him to plus 4. What's he going to do with that? I don't know. He could use that to fund an iron export. He could use that to get some short lancers. Oh, I'm sorry. Plus 8. Plus 8. That's actually another thing that's changed in the most recent patch. The mines all give plus 6 instead of plus 8 now, or at least the iron and the wood do. Again, I could explain it all right now, but that's not what we're here for. So I better shut up about what's new and focus on what's now. These summoner scouts with Sebastian are... Oh, wow. Damn, Marduk was able to take that Haroon. I'm sorry I missed that happening. But this is where we're at. Can't rewind now. Marduk is making a big offensive over here. Short footmen are getting trapped here, really trying to take back this Haroon. He is able to send the Dragoons scurrying away, but these scouts are going to be able to come in and stop this. And Flute is actually really desperately trying to just get some more guys up to not let this happen. That's the thing that happens a lot in this game where, like, both footmen go down. Both players are just, like, you know, they have these scrappy companies, their morale is drained, and they're just both, like, desperately trying to, like, send their company in one last time to get that one last bit of damage to, you know, take back their position. And this is not looking good for Flute, honestly. I don't think he's going to be able to take this, especially with these horse archers coming in. Marduk now firmly has possession of this Haroon. And he's doing some tricky stuff, you know, sending his golems in. He's doing some really cool micro there. Sending these footmen in, but look, right as the footmen come in, not even at full, he's just, again, trying to desperately make a move to not lose this Haroon. These Dragoons are able to get back. The militia is able to get back up. And Haroon militia are actually somewhat scary when they're in a position where they have a front line in front of them, because they do pretty good damage, as archers usually do. So these footmen are going to go down, and Flute is just 100% losing this Haroon. The big question here is now, how does Marduk play it? It really all depends on the confidence you have in your position. And now Flute is just kind of suiciding these scouts. He actually literally might be doing that because he's at full company and he might want to use that company supply for something else. These engineers are going to come in here and do it. It's not going to happen. What I was saying, though, is it's basically the choice now of, does our friend Flute... does our friend Marduk try to just... Is he really confident in his ability to keep this Haroon? Because that's... Nope. There we go. He raises it. And that's usually the right play. It always seems really tempting. Like, you just got this other 4 slot, and, like, you can have such a huge advantage if you hold on to it. But if they take it back, which is very possible because look how tattered all his companies are, if they take it back, then the advantage that you just got all of a sudden completely goes away. Whereas if you just raise it, you are 100% guaranteed to have that advantage and to keep it. Look at this. Sebastian is on the run. 58 out of 510. And holy shit, these horse archers are going to catch him if they see him right there. But so the end result is that now... Oh no. Goodbye, Sebastian. Marduk has his Haroon, and there's no way that Flute is ever going to get his Haroon back. So I like the play from Marduk. He is taking control of the center here. Also like the play. I think he got a really good advantage there, and instead of doing something greedy and silly to try to press that advantage, he is actually just going back, taking control of the middle, sitting on his laurels at plus 103, and he knows he's so far ahead that he just has to hang out and just continue to gain control of the map and gain control of this game. Flute here is responding by getting Bowman with Magicians and Footman with Summoner. He's really, really trying to make something happen. I'm so curious about those scouts with Summoners that he went instead of Footman with Summoners. I've never seen him do that before, and I can't say it makes a whole lot of sense to me. So, I'm really curious if it could have been a misclick, or it could have been that he had a different reason for it. You know, once the Summoners in the back are dead, then they do get their full movement, so that's something you can use. Scouts do have a bit more HP than Footmen, if that was something that he was considering really important at that moment. But Footmen have this amazing +5 AV against Cavalry, which is really huge, especially against the Royalist, which made me surprised that he didn't go that way. Either way, we have Marduk coming up. I would not be surprised at all if he took control of this side of the center as well. Again, pressing that advantage that he has. Yeah, he's going to go in and poke, and he's not trying to do anything here. He's just trying to kind of bring a battle a little bit to Flute, almost for the purpose of Flute not making any moves towards here. More horse archers coming out, and he's putting them into battle immediately. I think he's going to retreat them as soon as he has that supply zone there. But look at this. These Dragoons are going right in, trying to get right into the battle. He's very happy with all the DPS he has from his back row over here. He had some scouts, but now they are getting back into that supply zone. I imagine I'm going to see these horse archers getting back into the supply zone. But no, he really is happy to just have that one horse archer doing a little bit of extra damage there. These goons with Daria are doing a lot. And Daria, oh my god, is one experience away from Enlightened. He really just wants to go step on a frog and kill it to get that one more experience. And oh, this is so scary. Marduk has both gold binds, both wood in the center. His economy is absolutely banging out +128. Now, Flute's doing a really good job managing his economy as well, which he usually does, because he's our good friend and hero Flute. Good friend and hero? What the hell does that mean? But he is coming up with his army. He's got lots of footmen, lots of plus AV versus cavalry. He has lots of DPS in the back with those archers and magicians, and he wants to do something. He wants to stop Marduk the Goblin from doing something. God, Flute has lost so many times on this map. Despite, he wins all his matches that we've seen so far, but he loses on Destiny more times than not. So let's see if he can change that today. I'm not seeing it happening so far, but with more footmen and summoners, more golems to throw, there is no telling what can happen. And oh, look at that. These horse archers coming from the side, catching those retreating archers, flanking. We got Flute going back here with his scouts. A really nice micro dance is happening here, but these horse archers are the king of the micro dance, and they are going to be able to do so much. Scouts coming out from the side, trying to get that captain of the retreating bowmen, but the bowmen are going to get away, running right into the horse archers though, but Flute comes back in with his scouts and tries to catch the horse archers, and everyone is forced to do a little bit of a retreat here. A really, really nice micro dance for everybody there, really fun to watch. And the end result, no companies go down, except maybe those scouts look like they're about to. Yeah, it looks like Marduk might have forgotten about those scouts a little bit, lost them, a tiny misplay there, but I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. And yeah, he is just in Royalist, mid to late game mode where he is going to start to pump out, he's taking control of the map with his cavalry. He is going to start to pump out villages as much as he can to start to get workshops off of it. And I'm interested to see when and where we're going to see some further tech here. He is getting his Slan, the classic Slan company. There's me. Look at me. I'm on the battlefield. Hey, look at me. Classic Slan company that I love so much. Mystic and Cleric with the Slan. And this is not going to do anything. Those horse archers and those protected, healed dragoons are just going to be doing so much here. Horse archers are coming back up. This is a really interesting battle here, and more golems are going to be joining the fray. Fireballs going out. Kaboom, kaboom, plop, doop, plop, plop. And the golem is fighting this dragoon. Scouts go down. Now, nothing is happening on multiple fronts here. Flute is getting some more settlers behind this. And let's see just exactly where they're at. We got 5 settlements for Flute. We got 6 settlements for that player named Marduk, who is sitting over there. And this is a very good spot to put an outpost. He needs this. He doesn't have the supply zone anymore there from the Haroon, so he has absolutely no choice except to get this outpost out. This is just a purely supply zone outpost because this is where the battle's happening. It's so interesting to see that even without the Haroon there, he desperately needs the supply zone in that same area because that's just where the battles tend to happen. These settlers are going to go over here. It looks like they're just going to perhaps replace that Haroon. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. He likes that positioning and he misses it. We got super scouts coming out with Sebastian down here. Did Sebastian die? Oh, yes, he did. Oh, we saw that. Right, he got pinned by those the horse archers. So nothing. I mean, look at this. Kasim barely been in battle at all. He's just been sitting back, settling, I believe. Sebastian died, so not much happening on the heroes. And look at this. 3 full horse archers are doing so much motherfucking damage here. These dragoons with protection are in the front, and they don't even need any other front line because Daria is just doing such a good job of keeping them alive. These engineers come in if need be, and look at this. Oh my god, double Slan are going to add to the front line, and I am getting really scared for Flute. This is a Marduk game. His economy is almost double what Flute's is. There's very little I can see Flute doing. He is teching up, but he does not have money anytime soon to be able to get that Fanatic and Zealot tech. Not anywhere close to elite guards. He's not going to be getting invokers. I don't see any more intense tech coming out here that's really going to be able to save the day for him. He's just trying to throw some short companies together to stay in this game. But at plus 80 versus plus 135, Marduk is the king right now. More settlers coming out, still not making any moves to upgrade to a city. He is very happy where he is right now. Getting a mage college there, just trying to continue to support his cultahide habit. And golems. Fucking golems. Everywhere I look. Super Scouts coming over here for Flute. Sebastian is walking very, very fast. And this might be his first glimpse of the Slan. And he is going to be terrified and very unhappy. Whew. Calm before the storm. I'm going to use this moment to make a really slight note about something. See these 2 companies? How you have one that goes Cleric first and one Slanry Mystic first? The right thing to do there is actually to do Cleric first. It's such a small thing, but when your guys are healing up, if the Cleric comes out first, then he's going to give that quicker recovery bonus, which is actually going to make the company come out that tiny bit faster instead of the Cleric coming out last. But now the battle is happening again. We got a lot of the same. We got a lot of, we got Footmen going down. Probably that was a short Footman company. I can't imagine that was one of his golem ones. But man, there's just nothing new really coming here from Flute that's going to make this battle any different. But and where? Oh my god. Dude, I did not see that happening. But he just completely goes around the back. So, I mean, Flute is looking pretty good in this battle, but Marduk is just hunkered down so well with his village, with his fort, with these really, really defensive Slanry companies. And look at this. He's got Wind Riders with Maelstrom Engine. Who does that? Apparently, Marduk does. He's going to very easily be able to take this. And this is going to completely cut Flute's his empire in half now. Flute is deciding to retreat and try to save this. He is not giving up yet. He's not calling this the end of the game. So Wind Riders with these Maelstroms in the back, they're going to go down to only 12 movement. I guess it really was, he just had more wood and iron to spend than he had wood. You know, the Rainbringers are taking 2 wood, whereas these guys are taking a wood and an iron, and their stats are fairly similar, I think, in terms of their damage. So he really just wanted the DPS with the resources he had, and so he went with the Wind Riders. Over here, we got these Horse Archers doing massive, massive damage, raising that settlement. Horse Archers coming over here, stopping any reinforcements from coming. I do not see any way that Flute is going to win this game, but by Jove, he is going to try. Marduk is continuing to just push his advantage here. He wants to end this game. He wants to get in there, go for the throat, take a plastic knife, and cut his jugular really, really slowly, really gruesomely. Kasim finally in battle and runs away like the uncourageous coward that he is. We're going to see stuff go down here. We're going to see this militia go down fairly easily, I think. Roxana is enlightened, still with Immolation and Blessing, making her Horse Archers very, very brave. Now, it is possible that Fluke's going to catch these guys a bit, but I don't know what the result of this is going to be. More of these Wind Riders with Maelstrom Engine coming out, and the DPS is going to be absolutely insane out of these guys. They're going to tear through this militia, and I think be able to get in there pretty easily. Slann are healing back here, and they're going to come back into the fray fairly quickly. And like I said, very cool play. Oh, look, Marduk is just sitting on these settlers. I think they've been there for a really, really long time. There's actually 2 of them. He is just focused on the battle here, as well he should be. He doesn't need to focus on his settlers. He doesn't care. He's at twice the economy of Flute, and Flute has decided to get more settlers. Interesting. Interesting. Sebastian just wants to beat some people up with settlers there, I guess. Oh, man. What shall we see next? Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for watching all of my videos. I have a minute here before more shit goes down where I can say that, so say that I shall. Thank you all. Really, really excited for Kohan right now. You know, every day that somebody new comes in, wants to play 1v1s, just warms my heart so much. 130-degree heart, baby. Flute is going over here and just trying to remake this settlement. Look at this. He's gonna go back in there. There we go, up to 3. That was really funny. We have 11 companies versus 7. This is getting gnarly, and dude, I just don't see it happening. I mean, 11, 2 of those are settlers, but we have 2 Wind Riders, we have 3 Horse Archers, we have Goons, we have Engineers, we have 2 Slanry. And look, coming back from the side is Marduk. Especially, he sees this happening, so this is just a very futile attempt for Flute to do anything to maintain himself here. And I think the curse is going to continue. I think Flute is once again going to lose on Destiny. And so now the biggest question... Oh, dude, look at this forward outpost. Using all of those indie units so well. I love this. Will Flute break the curse? I know I'm speaking very soon here, but I'm just going to go out and say it. I'm going to say Marduk has this game. I'm going to say that Flute is not going to be able to come back. I'm surprised he hasn't GG'd yet. But apparently it's something about his position that he still likes and that he still sees hope in. If Flute is to lose this game, which he very well might, is he going to be able to break the curse? The Destiny curse, which is his destiny. Nationalist Engineers go down, and that is, there we go, well played game. Didn't say good game, just said well played game. That's it, guys. So, yeah, I have nothing to say. I said everything I needed to. Thank you so much for watching. There's going to be a game 2. There may be a game 3. I don't know. We shall see. Flute is down 1 game now. He has to win the last 2. Next game is his choice of map. Let's see what happens. That video will be out whenever I get to it. Hopefully soon. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Leave comments. Join the Discord. Come play Kohan. Come to my house and give me a hug. Love you guys.